grew up with this book to explain you are an abusive person who will not grow up. You like to abuse people. Abusivism said you like to hurt them. They can't grow up. You like to hurt people. You won't grow up. You had this book to explain that this is Black Beauty. Black Beauty was a horse, and they said they were serious competitors, like a carriage, with serious competition, but you were totally... So this is your book to explain that. You were the competition, and they didn't like you, and you were this really abusive person with your truck. Football team, they're good for football team. So they like church, they like to go on about sex abuse. This is a cartoon, yeah. So here's A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, my version, right? My version of Tree Grows in Brooklyn, where I was visiting a tree in Topeka, Kansas. But what happened? The tree in Topeka, Kansas, it was a honey locust. I visited it a lot. And I live here with a honey locust in my yard. So here's Black Beauty, where people said you like to abuse them, you force them to live with your abuse, you won't let them grow up. You like the bad guy who says, I like to be this abusive guy. I have all these kids to abuse. You won't let me grow up? I like to keep you as Black Beauty abuse victim, which doesn't get better. See, this is their book they left you, where you like to be this abusive guy. You won't grow up. No one's going to stop you. Their own words. You're a bad guy, Chun-Li, who likes to abuse people. You won't grow up. They like this book. The Election 235. This is your book. You like to go on about only ignorance. This is your book. You like to teach kids that you're a bad guy with all these kids. You like to go on about your abuse. Going abuse. I like church. I like abuse. I like having all these kids to go abuse. This is who you are. It's this guy who likes to have all these kids to abuse, have all these Black Beauties to abuse. You want to let people grow up? You won't change. You like this book? You like this book about all your kids to abuse? You like to have your church abuse? You like to have all these people going on this book and abuse? C.D. Sam died. So you're not the other guy? Not the only guy out there, and they like to talk about you like abuse. This is your book, where they left you a book. This is you. Yeah, I hate it, but a fresh smell as if he come out of the hayloft. I paid 23 pounds for me, but that was refused, and he walked away. I looked after him, but he is gone. Very hard-looking, loud-voiced man came. I was dreadfully afraid he would have me, but he walked off. One or two more came, not mean business. Then the hard-faced man came back and offered 23 pounds. Very close bargain was being driven, for my salesman began to think he should not get all he asked and must come down. But just then the gray-eyed man came back again. I could not help reaching out my head towards him. He stroked my face kindly. Well, old chap, he said, I think we should suit each other. I'll give you 24 for him. This is your book saying you like to have this abuse culture. See, it's not getting better. You won't get better. Yep. You like this abuse culture of all these kids being abused. It's like Black Beauty with lots of kids you abuse. And you won't change. You like to. And I really don't like to say it, but you like this abuse culture. It's always just like Black Beauty with kids and Marilyn Monroe. You say it won't change. It won't get better. You say nothing will stop you. But no one, you said they can't change. They're forced to live with you like this. But that's too bad.